Will you revoke ILR from Ukrainians and Hong Kongers who have moved here under the government schemes to support those specific groups? And many people with ILR have lived here for longer than a decade, will have British families, children who have only British citizenship. Are you willing to split up families in order to, by removing ILR from those people?
800,000 people are due to qualify for indefinite leave to remain over the course of the next few years. This press conference is to say none of them will get it. Thank you.
You've seen the videos from the Open Borders advocates. They call Nigel Farage a loudmouth. They call his policies inhumane. They tell you not to worry, to go back to sleep, because a politician finally speaking the truth is just political theatre. They want you to believe that having a plan to control our borders is radical, but that allowing mass, uncontrolled immigration is perfectly normal. They are wrong. What is truly inhumane is the betrayal of the British people by a political class that has overseen the largest wave of migration in our history. The so-called Boris Suave was a betrayal of the promise of Brexit, a promise to take back control. Instead, we got an experiment in open borders that has put an unbearable strain on our housing, our NHS, and our public services. Net migration hit a record 906,000 in the year to June 2023, a shocking figure that demonstrates a complete failure of policy. Now, we are told that over the next few years, 800,000 people are set to qualify for indefinite leave to remain, or ILR. This isn't just a piece of paper, it's a permanent right to access our welfare state. The projected cost is staggering: £230 billion over the lifetimes of these migrants. The establishment and its media allies want you to believe this number is fantasy. But they cannot deny the fundamental truth. Granting permanent settlement and access to benefits to hundreds of thousands of people every year has a colossal cost. It is a cost that our country, struggling with its own cost of living crisis, simply cannot afford. This is why Nigel Farage and Reform UK's proposal to abolish indefinite leave to remain is not radical, it is responsible. It is common sense. The idea is simple. We should end the automatic conveyor belt to permanent settlement and benefits. Instead, a renewable 5-year visa system would be introduced. To renew, you must prove you have not been a burden on the state, that you have not relied on public funds, and that you are of good character. This is not punishment. This is asking people who wish to live here to be self-sufficient and to contribute, not just to take. It is a system that puts the British taxpayer first. The critics scream that this is unfair. They talk about splitting up families. But what about the British families who can't get a council house? What about the British children in overcrowded classrooms? What about the taxpayers who see their wages stagnate while mass migration drives down pay? For decades, our politicians have prioritized the wants of everyone else over the needs of our own people. They say Farage has no power. They say these plans will be tied up in legal battles. This is the tired argument of an establishment that uses courts and human rights laws to overrule the democratic will of the people. If our laws prevent us from controlling our own country, then the laws must be changed. A government with the political will can and must do it. This isn't about being anti-immigrant, it's about being pro-Britain. It's about creating an immigration system that is selective, controlled, and serves the national interest. A system where we welcome those with acute skills, but on the condition that employers also train a British worker to do the job. It's about ensuring that coming to Britain is about what you can contribute, not what you can claim. The era of something for nothing must end. The political class has failed. It's time for a change, and that change begins with taking back control. For real this time.